Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be showing you what a day in the life of a 21-year-old dairy farmer looks like. And we're gonna get the morning started off by pulling out our produce wagon, which this time of year we sell pumpkins, gourds, mums, corn stalks, and straw bales, and just a variety of fall decorations. So I'll take you along as we set that up. Okay, now that we have the stand here pulled to the end of our farm lane here, pretty close to the road, now it's just time to set it up, which only takes a couple minutes each morning, and it's pretty quick and easy, so watch. Pretty high traffic area today. We are chopping our 5th cutting of alfalfa, so Dad's headed out to rake the last 2 fields this morning, and that'll be this afternoon's project. Okay, now we've got it set up to our liking. Show you a couple of things we have. Handmade bows that my mom helped me with. They're to put on like cornstalk bundles or set on the stem of a pumpkin or do whatever you'd like with them. We've got the Cinderella pumpkins is what they call them, because they're able to stack like this and they're flat like the Cinderella ones. And they come in all different colors: greens, yellows, blues, and white. And then we have gourds here, all different colors, sizes, shapes, and a couple of decorations, stakes to put in straw bales, the white pumpkins, which are pretty popular because they're easy to paint or draw on. Then we have the regular just carving pumpkins. And then probably my favorite part are these gourds, I'm going to call them, but they're different colored pumpkins. I just think they're pretty unique and they've been pretty popular this year so far. And this is where the mums will go when I bring them down. They've probably been our best seller so far. We've been pretty lucky with them. More cornstalk bundles. And our flag, which turns any way that the wind blows. And then of course our mini straw bales for those who don't want to handle a large bale. Okay, so now I've got the rest of what our mums are left, which we started out with 27 this past weekend, and we're left with 2. They've definitely been our biggest seller, and I mean, I think they're good shape and good size, and hopefully we'll be getting some more to sell and have at our stand since they were such a hit. They just require some maintenance, just need watered every day, twice a day, and they'll stay healthy. The neat thing about our stand is that everything here is grown and produced locally, if not made by ourselves or handmade. So it's pretty neat that you're buying and supporting local, and these small businesses can really benefit from it. Alright, so once we have this stand set up for the day, my next job during the week is I am a full-time student at our local college, and I'm a junior currently. I did 2 years at community college to get some of like the basic credits out of the way, and so I have 2 more years here. I'm studying business administration, and so far I really enjoy it, and it's been very practical to what I do here on a daily basis, and has really come in handy with the produce stand, especially because I've been able to write a 10-page business plan for our roadside business, and I've been able to track our profit and earnings through Excel spreadsheets, and it's really been beneficial, and I hope to be able to do the same with the farm one day and keep track of those numbers and just learn as much as I can so I can bring it back here to the farm. So I have school for a couple hours, then once I get back they'll already be starting chopping. So they're gonna start our first field, which is really close here to the farm, with one truck, and he'll chop into the wagon and then dump it into the truck while they have the closed fields. And then when I get off school this afternoon, we'll run a second truck and park the wagon and hopefully just chop into the trucks. Just goes a little bit smoother and a lot quicker, and you can get more into a load. So I'm off to school, and I'll be back in a couple hours and we'll be chopping. Okay, so I just got back from school and they're started chopping already, so I'm going to bring the second truck out, so hopefully things will move a little bit quicker. Waiting for the air to build up, and then we'll head on out. So we just finished chopping for today. We got 3 of the 4 fields done, but we had to quit for milking time. So I'm going to take you along and show you some of my responsibilities here on the farm during the evening milking. First thing I do here is clean out these box stalls and get these cows over to the parlor. They get milked first every day. They're any recently fresh cows, or any cows that might need treated, or just any cows that are spoiled, that are show animals, and they just prefer the box stall over the free stall. So I'm going to fork this out, get them over, and then bed it up. Okay, now that I have all the piles picked, I'll come through the alley here, scrape this out, then we'll put fresh sawdust in each stall, and this is done once a day, every day, only in the evenings, and if needed, we add sawdust in the mornings, just depending on how many cows we have in here at a time. Now that the sawdust is in, I just prefer to spread it by hand with a fork, just to make it more even and more comfortable for the cows. And they're done being milked, so we're gonna bring them back in after we get these sawdust spread out. Okay, now the front cleaned up, they're fed, feeding's pushed in, and they have fresh sawdust. So now it's time to bring them back in, and then I'll bring over our first group of cows, which are slowly coming over in order to scrape the free stalls, and I'll show you how I do that. So now it's time to bring over our first group of cows, and what you do when you are bringing them over to the holding area is to individually go through each stall and clean out any excess manure or pretty much any wet sawdust, which really helps keep the cows clean and also prevents any disease or any type of dirt to enter the teat, and just in general keep the cows clean. So this is done twice a day, in the mornings and the evenings, just removing the manure from the free stall onto our slatted floor, and then this is what I will scrape with the skilleter here this evening. now that the first group of cows is in the holding area, which is where we keep them while they're waiting to be milked, this is when I scrape the barn that has a slatted floor, which has a manure pit underneath. So majority of the manure will fall into the pit, and so the skid loader's job is to carry the excess from the freestall barn over to our round pit. And for that, I'll be using our 318G skid loader, John Deere skid loader, which is solely used for just manure and sawdust. So that's why it's not kept as clean as our others. But we try to do that so to keep the rest of our equipment clean. And it's just easier to do it that way. So I'll show you how I do that. So I just finished scraping out the first bunch here. So now it's clean and free of manure. They're fed, so I'll open this gate, let them back in, finish milking, and then what we do is repeat the same exact thing for our second half of our milk cows. And now the second half of the barn is scraped out and cleaned. So now these cows will start to filter back in once they're getting done being milked. And I'm gonna head back to the parlor, and once we're done milking, I'll show you what goes on after you're done milking. So the last group of cows just went out, and once we're done milking the cows, from the time the last milker comes off, there's about usually half an hour worth of work to do. That includes cleaning up and getting the parlor ready for the next milking. So I just switched out the strainer, and now I'm going to change the pipeline from the bulk tank here to the wash-up system so that all the lines can get cleaned. And the wash-up system starts immediately after this milking, and it will begin again right before tomorrow morning's milking. So I'll do that right now. Now I've just filled up the jars here that hold the sanitizer and the detergent and the acid that wash these lines, as well as in the parlor, and wash the milkers out so that it's clean for the next milking. So I'll start that. Okay, so the cows are all tucked away for the evening. It's pretty calm and quiet in here, and this is their time to relax, lay down, eat, drink, whatever they need to do until it's time to do it all over again in like 10 or 11 hours. Okay, we're about finished for the day. Last thing to do is pull the wagon into our shop out here. It's about 7 o'clock and the sun's about to set, and we had a pretty good day of sales. So just pulling the wagon in and admiring the view that comes with fall.